Hello, welcome back. This is Mystic Games. We're going to pick off on part 2 of the Subnautica Fauna. And in today's video, we're going to do the below zero creatures. I think there was a lot of cool stuff added. I do like the original Subnautica more than I do below zero. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but we're going to jump right into that. And we're going to start with the Arctic Ray. The Arctic Ray should be an evolutionary path of rays, and I think I'm going to put it in D. We'll put it in C because I think this is the only ray that is in the below zero game. In the ray, like, evolutionary path was this really big thing along with the peeper in the first game, and I don't think they mention it that much in this game. So we're going to put it in C. You also can put it in your aquarium, which makes it pretty cool. The brine wing. Oh, okay. This is A. And it's not because I like this creature, I think it's cool. It's because it freezes thing and it has a unique mechanic. And I think that alone makes it pretty interesting. And the design is cool. It like pops open, it can freeze you. If it's closed, it can't. The brute shark is going to go in B. Although, this is one of my more... I actually do like this design a lot for the game. I think it is a pretty cool, unique looking design. Cryptos, or mini Godzillas as I like to call them, I'm going to put these in C. I'm not a big fan. Part of the reason that Below Zero to me isn't as good as the original is you hear these things scream and it's horrific, and then you find out that you can hit them with your sea truck and they die. They're not scary, and I think Subnautica actually came out, like, the devs, and said, like, it wasn't meant to be scary, the game, the first one, and they were trying to, like, not make it that way, but I was like, that was part of the charm of your game, and I think embracing the fact that people like to have, those scary moments is important for this game, and I don't think they should shrug that off like it's not that important. But that's just my opinion on that. The newtfish is super cool. I'm putting this in B. It doesn't provide much gameplay changes for you, but it eats fish whole, like other prey fish. It'll, like, come up, behind a bladderfish, open his mouth and suck it in and eat it. I think that's really cool. The penguins, these are A tier. They look really cute and cuddly, but when you get close and they open up their mouths, they look horrific and monstrous. And they have interactions with the player that are interesting. The Pina Parade, I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. We're going to put that in the B tier. I think it's cool. I think it's like a cool looking design. Yeah, I like when it's on land and you watch it flop around, and it just is hilarious looking to me. But it doesn't provide much for the game other than being another creature. I can almost put it in C, but I like the design so much that it's going in B. This is kind of similar to the brute shark. The rock puncher, it punches you, and it looks like it's kind of like a giant crayfish crab creature. I'm trying to think if it's unique enough where I would consider it. I'm going to put it in B. It doesn't swim, and it's only a threat when you get close to it. I do think it's a cool idea, though. The snow stalker. I'm going to put this up with the stalker in A. The baby's super cute, too. It's like an evolutionary path of the stalker, and the fact that it's on land and it, like, runs you down, it's unique to the zone. It does something, and it's interesting to watch it, like, in the biome. Like, it swims, but it doesn't stay in the water. It's just a very interesting creature. The spiky trap, I could put this in A, but I'm going to put it in B. I think it's kind of border A and B. And you guys might be like, why is that? It grabs you and it pulls you in if you get too close, and it's a very unique mechanic. But you, in a sense, you need to interact with it. I guess you need to interact with most things, but it doesn't do anything unless you interact with it. Whereas, like, the snow stalkers kind of do stuff. Like, they'll path around and swim, or kind of roll around with each other and stuff. This just sits there and waits because that's what it does. But it's just, it doesn't have enough going on to make it interesting until you find it. I do like the coloration differences, though. I really like the red one in the deep, Twisty Bridges area. The squid shark is one of my favorite designs in the Below Zero game. I actually think it's horrific and terrifying of a creature. I didn't even know until I did my PDA reads on this that the bottom of it is electric and it can actually zap you. I've never actually done that in the game. I don't know if that even works, but that's a really cool tidbit that I didn't know. And it opens up its mouth and is very scary. It's like a mini Leviathan. I would actually say this is one of the scariest creatures in the game of Below Zero. For the symbiote, man, I'm going to put them in B. This is another one that could be A for me in a sense because they work. Their lore with the Titan Holefish is very interesting. It's almost like a crab snake scenario. Yeah, I'm going to put it in A. I also like when you grab them, sometimes they get away, like they don't stay. The Arctic Peeper is going in B. I like peepers. I like the evolutionary paths of the peeper. I think that's very interesting. I'd like to see an alpha peeper. So all that. I'm not sure if the arrow ray is part of the peeper line. It doesn't actually say, but I could see it being part of the peeper line by the way it looks. But I think it's supposed to be part of the ray line. We're going to put it up here. The discus fish, I don't care about. I have nothing to even say. I think the PDA was kind of boring. Feather fishes are fine. The lily paddler essentially is a recopy of the mesmer, which I put up here. I do like how it disorients you. I think it brings something unique to the gameplay. We will stick it up with the A tier. Sea monkeys are cool too. They bring you items. They used to take items. I don't know if they still do. They didn't in my last playthrough, or so I don't know if they still do that because that was super annoying. The devs might have got rid of that. But they're super unique and cool that they bring you gifts and like smile and wave to you and stuff. I like that. The sea monkey baby, we're going to put in D. I don't think I ever saw a sea monkey baby in the game, other than in the egg. Spinnerfish, they spin around. Titan Holefish goes up here simply because he's part of the symbiote thing and they interact, and I think that's unique. I don't think it's as cool as the crab snake and the mushroom, though. The Trives, they have a gold one too. They go up top. Those are your interactable pet. I do not think they're as good as the cuttlefish. I think the cuttlefish was a cooler pet, but it's cool. The eye jelly, they zap you if you come near them. They're C tier. They're okay. The hive mind I'm putting in B. It adds ambiance to the zone that it's in. Honestly, I didn't even know it was a creature until my second playthrough. I just thought it was like algae on a wall, and they're creatures. Triops is the Triops. The glow whale, we're putting him in A. I really, really like the glow whales. I think they're really cool. I like watching them swim around and their movement in the game. There was some, every once in a while I see some janky movement, but overall I do like them. The Chellicerate. Man, this is not even, I don't even know, to me, I don't even know if this is good enough to put it in A tier. I'm going to put this in B tier. I feel like the Leviathans in the first game were so good, and this was just not as good of a design. The Ice Worm, I'm putting in A. Unique, cool, comes up, hits you underneath the ground, hits you above the ground, chases you around, kind of puts you, into a state of like panic. I know I was worried. I think I only literally got hit twice by this when I was playing in my second playthrough, which I was really surprised. But I know they pop up out of the ground and like eat you too. So I think in my first playthrough it like speared a snow stalker and dragged it underground and ate it too. But I didn't see that in my second playthrough. But it's just really cool. Like the interaction of the ice worm was really cool. I'm skipping that for a second. Shadow Leviathan, I will put A. I think this is the best Leviathan in the Below Zero. I think this is superior to the shell over here. I think the design's way cooler. I think it's a scarier creature, and it looks cool. The Void, I'm putting that in front of the other one, and this is the only time in this whole list that I'm doing that. I do think the Void is cooler than the regular one. The Frozen Leviathan is a land creature that we don't get to see in action, but I'm going to put it in A. And I'm putting it in A because it's a land creature and it's very large, and it's intriguing to see what it would have been if it was alive. It's also really large in the sense, I think the sea dragon is, you know, really big too. I wouldn't wonder if it's like an evolutionary branch of the sea dragon. And then we have our vent gardens. Vent gardens are cool. They're unique. We're going to put them in A. I like how the juveniles swim around until they're big enough, and then they hook themselves over a vent and then become big vent gardens. So I think they're a cool, unique thing that adds to the zone. I will say that zone looks really cool, and then you go there, and it was really boring to me. I felt like it was really underutilized as a biome compared to some of the other biomes in Below Zero. Overall, I feel like Below Zero didn't do as well on its biomes as Subnautica did. But I do believe they had some cool creatures. It's not a bad game by any. I mean, it's essentially it's an enhancement of the first game. I just feel like the zones were done worse and the Leviathans were done worse. Anyways, that's my tier list for all the fauna. That was essentially Below Zero, but if you watch the first video, you'll see why I put the others where I put them. I appreciate you guys watching these. If you enjoy, like, subscribe. It helps the channel. And I want to bring you more videos. I like to do different kinds of things, so we'll do some more tier maker. We'll do some playthroughs. I'll do some commentary there and there. I'll probably do a video. My next Subnautica video might even be me talking about Subnautica 3 and what I would like to see. Obviously, they're already probably almost done with the game at this point, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. Keep gaming and keep living your lives. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time.